So now that you have created the name of your company, it is now time to talk about creating your logo. Every single company needs to have a logo, even if it's only your name. And a logo can be really simple or it can be really in-depth, but you want to start branding yourself with some sort of logo. Now, since this is only the first week, I want to let you guys know that if you're still having trouble thinking of a name or you decide to change it, that's okay. You're still starting out. I would try to lock down a name and a logo as soon as you can so you can really start branding yourself with it. But since there's not that many people that really knows who you are right now, it's not that big of a deal if you decide to change it up in the next week or two. But today we are talking about how you can create a logo and some of the different types of logos out there that are really amazing. Now, like I said in the last video, I can't give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to create your logo with this circle and this shape because, your logo has to be unique. It has to be who you are and about your company. Not all logos need to be the same. Every logo needs to be unique, and it needs to be unique to your business. But what I can do is give you some tips and tricks in ways that I have created my logos and that you can create your awesome logo as well. So before you start designing your logo, you want to kind of know which direction you want to go with it. You don't just want to start throwing things in there and figuring out what looks good. So what you want to do is you want to start searching for logos that you really like. Get a file folder on your computer and then go to Google and type in filmmaking logos, circle logos, or any logo that you can think of and find the logos that you like the best. You're not copying someone else's logo, you're just getting inspiration. So you might like this aspect of this logo and this aspect of this logo, so you want both of those in your logo along with this and this and this, and you just want to get inspiration when creating your logo. Now, depending on what name you choose and what kind of logo you want to first see if there is any way to incorporate the name into the logo. Again, if you've chosen to just use your name, see if you can take the first letters of your first and last name and make some sort of logo out of it. That's very common nowadays. Philip Bloom has a very simple logo where he uses the first letters of his first and last name. And in fact, whenever I was first starting out, I took the B and the P of Bream Productions and put them together to make a really quick logo. Now, this isn't the logo I eventually used, but it's something that I was testing out to see if it looked good, and I actually kind of liked it. Now, if you decided not to just use your first and last name and you have some sort of theme, you want to incorporate that into your logo. Definitely try to do that. For example, if your company name is Raging Bull Productions, you would probably want some sort of bull in the logo. You wouldn't want there to be nothing in the name that says this is Raging Bull. Again, my friend who created Silver Fox Productions, you better believe his logo is going to be some sort of silver fox, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't make any sense at all. So if you have some sort of theme in your name, definitely try to incorporate that into your logo. With Tomorrow's Filmmakers, I knew that I wanted there to be some sort of like one-man band kind of logo where it's just a filmmaker with everything. He doesn't need anything else. And at first I was going to have my logo as a person teaching a group of people with a camera, and then I was going to have just a silhouette of a guy with a camera, and I had all these ideas. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be really cool if I had a silhouette of somebody standing with camera gear? So I took a picture of me with my camera gear. And again, this is actually a really old photo because this is the original concept that we came up with. And then I just put text next to it. And then I was driving down the road one day and I saw the back of someone's car and they had the logo for the Wounded Warrior Project. And I saw the grass at the bottom and I thought, yes, that's what I want. I want them to be standing on a hill. So then I added the hill to it, and that's how the Tomorrow's Filmmakers was born. So not only does the name incorporate what we do, but the logo also incorporates what we do. A one-man band, one-stop, everything you need, Tomorrow's Filmmakers, and that's how the logo was created. So get inspiration and figure out what logos you like the best, see if there's any way to incorporate the name of it, or if it doesn't have a name and it's some sort of theme, incorporate the theme into that logo. Now, before you just jump into Photoshop and start, playing around with stuff and trying to come up with a cool logo, get a piece of paper and a pencil and just start kind of drawing out some concept art. Start with a circle and then add the logo in there. Maybe have the text on the side, maybe have it underneath. Kind of get a feel for it so you can kind of recreate it in Photoshop. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, you just want a concept. I mean, that's exactly what I did, starting out on a piece of paper, just writing out kinds of concept art and designs for the logo until I went into Photoshop and then created it myself. Now, if you don't really feel comfortable creating your own logo, that's perfectly fine. There are tons of people that feel the exact same way. They just don't feel comfortable doing that. So you can actually hire a logo designer to design a logo for you. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, that's super expensive, $500 to $2,000. And yeah, it can be expensive if you want to go that route. But there's actually some really cool websites on there that design logos for you for like 20 to 30 bucks. There's a website called Fiverr, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard, but it's basically like a freelance design marketplace where you can hire someone to design something for you. Now, again, they have some really expensive designers for like $2,000, but they also have some people that design logos for 20 to 30 bucks. You want to look for people that have been hired quite a few times and also have a pretty good rating. Now, again, this is not something that I'm just throwing out there to you guys. I have personally used them before when creating logos for companies, and I've actually had pretty good experiences with them. Again, you can get some iffy people, or you give them a design and they give you back something that's really not that good. So that's why you want to get people that have high ratings and have also been hired quite a few times. In fact, there's been a couple times where I've given them the idea, they've sent me back a logo concept. I didn't like the logo, but I really liked the direction they were going, and it gave me an idea to then create a logo in that direction. So even if they just kind of give you a logo, if you don't like it, it's okay. It's only like 20 bucks, but maybe it can kind of give you an idea of what direction you want to go. So if you aren't comfortable making logos, pay 20 to 30 bucks, get someone to make a logo for you, and you might love it, or you might love the idea and add some things to it later until you have a beautiful production company logo. So whenever you finish creating your logo, post it in the Facebook community group. We would absolutely love to see it and love to see what you've come up with. So keep filming, design your logos, and I will see you guys in the next episode.